Welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Storm of Zehir. This is Big Los, and we are in Crossroad Keep. So why don't we go around and talk to some people. Here's Jacoby.
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Yeah, show me what you have for sale. Well, it doesn't look like he has anything like he had in the original campaign. You had a lot better stuff back then, buddy. You had more unique items. Now you just have basic +1 items. Although we could buy a Warhammer +1 for Constantina. All she has is a regular Warhammer. Yeah, let's do that. Let's buy this Warhammer +1. I guess we'll sell this other one, even though it's not really a good price we're getting for it. It's about less than a third of what he's selling it for.
Yes.
Let's see if we got anything else to sell here. Well, we could sell that light crossbow +1 and that spear +1. We could sell some of these bullets and these darts if we get anything for them. I don't think anybody's going to use these things. We could sell this necklace too. We'd probably sell all those rings as well. Now, you know what? We were getting better prices for those rings at other merchants. However, we'll sell these darts. All the ones up to the one with 49. Because we won't be able to sell that one. And it looks like the most he'll be willing to pay for anything is 1,000 gold, which is a ripoff. We sell this gas trap for a pretty good amount. Oh, we sell this Battery Club. Alright, let's take out some of this stuff here.
Wait.
I guess we'll keep those 2 pieces of armor. We'll sell these other things, though. We'll only get 1,000 for that, but... oh well. We might have been able to get more for it from somewhere else, but... I really don't feel like hanging on to it. Looks like he only sells recipes here, so if we were so inclined to crafting things, we could buy a lot of crafting recipes from this guy, but oh well. Now who are these people? They don't look familiar. Let's talk to them.
I think it was a mistake to come here. There's nobody here.
I think we'd have better luck in Neverwinter.
You're wasting your time here. There isn't an ounce of life left in this place.
Looks like this woman's a fire genasi. So why are you all standing out here? We can see any new visitors who come in. What few there are. And besides, the Phoenix Tail's not exactly, what's the word? Oh yes, classy. How long have you been here? A few days only. We're originally from Cormyr, but we heard the tales of this place and had to come look for ourselves, and earned some coin, of course. I must say, I'm disappointed. The legendary knight captain is nowhere to be found, and there's a very surly dwarf in charge instead. Who's the knight captain? You don't know? Now there's a story. A long story, so you better sit down. I guess we get to miss the whole story. And that's how it ends. Not spectacular, I agree, but I'm pretty sure there's more to the tale than we know. Yeah, no kidding, not spectacular. And especially the way that it ends, too, having a cave-in right after you kill the King of Shadows. Are you planning on staying much longer? Perhaps a few days more? Your arrival might just make things interesting again, and farewell.
Nobody here but farmers.
Alright, I guess we'll talk to this person.
A moment of your time, if you please.
What do you want? I'm collecting donations to help the less fortunate in Neverwinter. Could you spare a few coins? Oh, I hate beggars even in video games. Well, I don't know. We don't have anything to give right now, but maybe later. Oh, of course. Times are hard for everyone, so there's no hurry. Well, we could go into the Phoenix tail end, but here's Zehir, so let's talk to him.
Welcome, fellow adventurer, welcome! The guild is not yet open, but it will be soon.
What happened to your English accent, buddy? Oh, well. What's this guild? It will be one of the finest schools for adventurers in the Sword Coast. Within, you will learn to be more effective as a team, whether in combat or traveling through the wilderness. What makes you qualified to teach these things? Experience, friend, experience. My comrades and I were students of the Knight Captain, and we decided it was time to pass what we learned on to other adventurers. When will it be opening? I'm still waiting for my comrades to arrive, but it should only be a matter of days. What's this guild? Oh, looks like we've already read through that. How much will this cost? Well, it won't be free, of course, but I'm sure you'll find our training is well worth it. When will it be opening? Yeah, we've already asked about this. So, it looks like this thing is closed and we need an event to open it, because it requires a special key. Well, it looks like there's more to the Adventurers Guild. Unless this is the Adventurers Guild and those other two things are other places that are unlocked. Not quite certain because I haven't played past this point. Well, let's go into the Phoenixstella Inn and see if there's anybody worth talking to. Any quests that are given, any information worth gathering. Okay, so here's where we can change our party members, and here's 3 people we could talk to. Keep Citizen. Food's good today. And the worker. The Knight Captain will be back someday, I know it. Table's full, find another place to sit. Well, that's pretty rude. Okay, looks like we got a dwarf over here. Let's talk to him.
New faces in the keep, I see. You planning on hunting the wargs too?
Well, looks like a couple of my party members have some things to say. Wargs. I have not hunted these northern wargs before. Really, you'd be interested in hearing this then. Packs of wargs have been sighted in the plains near the keep. As you probably know, it's pretty rare for them to venture this far from Neverwinter Wood. With any luck, I'll bring a few down and track the rest back to their lair. Maybe then I could find out what's going on. Well, we could offer to join forces. Heh, we shall see who finds them first, fellow hunter. I do not know these lands, but none escape me. Good luck to you. Sure, you too. Farewell. I guess we couldn't get him to join us because he's leaving now and we can't talk to him again. And he gave us this quest to go look for the wargs in Neverwinter Wood. Very good. Let's talk to this person over here.
Tantum, may your day be profitable, friend. I am Daisha, cleric of Joaquin.
What are you doing here in the keep? I'm supposed to be running a shrine here at the keep, but the funds I was promised have not been provided. I understand that Lady Sassani is now in charge. Perhaps that will change. Maybe I could give you the funds. Tempting, but Joaquin would frown on such charity, I fear. The trade must be upheld by the ones who initiated the deal in the first place. However, I thank you for the offer, and I could use some healing. So, Golden Lady, heal this one of their wounds and make them whole and worthy again. So, all of our hit points are healed. Joaquin's will is done. Was there anything else? What are you doing here in the keep? Yeah, we already learned about that.
Greetings! I hear you're supposed to be with the new merchant company here, right?
Well, we could say who's asking, or... Yeah, this looks like a better one. You best believe it. The largest merchant company on Toril before long. Mark my words. Yeah, it looks like wisdom causes that option. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Ha! Well, you talk a big deal, stranger, but it makes me a bit gladder knowing you might be good at what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe that cell didn't sell me a bad place after all.
Sir, what can I do for you?
Know any rumors? Here, there's wargs about. Big, nasty creatures fit to carry off kids in their teeth, they are. Good folks around is scared. It would be nice if they was stopped, it would. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Sir, what can I do for you?
I'll have a drink. 3 gold. Don't care that you're in the merchant company or whatever. You pay like the rest. Let's bluff. What? I pay your salary. You expect me to pay for my drink? Oh, pardon. I didn't know. Here, on the house. But just this once, I need to make coin too, you know. And we got an ale.
Sir, what can I do for you?
Okay, I'd like to rest. The Phoenix isn't that kind of place, sorry. Don't you have a room over at your headquarters anyway? Oh, we do? Well, I guess we better go check it out then.
Yes.
We have a place where we can go sleep. Why don't you lead the way, Laurel? You with your long gait and all. Ah, come on, it shouldn't take this long to load up Crossroad Keep. And it took so long to load that it's nighttime already. So I'm guessing over here is where our headquarters is. Banner, what does this say? This banner bears the motto, "Don't turn your back on us." Oh, okay, so that's our motto that we picked at the beginning. This must be another building that we can unlock later.
I have such sights to show you.
If I remember correctly, that was a temple to, what was it, Ilmater or something like that? And now it's closed off again. Alright, so here's Sassani, so let's talk to her.
This operation is not as far along as I would have hoped. But no matter. Like any challenge, it can be overcome with the right methods.
We got 100 trade bars and 300 experience points.
But first and foremost, there is the more important matter of my missing associates to attend to first. I wish you to travel north to Neverwinter City and meet with representatives of the Circle of Friends, the Forgotten Lords, or the Fated Winds. They are the 3 most prominent merchant factions in this region, and it is very likely that at least one of them had dealings with my associates. Find out what they know, and...
This is a pointless exercise. We should not be wasting time or resources investigating the fate of these missing associates. While we fret, there are many business opportunities here that we should...
I am not a fool, Nasirin, nor have I become one since we left Samarak. I am well aware of the opportunities, and do not plan to neglect them. In addition to this search, I also need you to establish a trading post in one of the towns adjacent to the keep. Highcliff, Thundertree, Phandalin, Leylon, or Neverwinter itself. This will aid us in restoring the income that has been lost in our transfer from Samargol, and is our first step. Here are 100 trade bars with which to purchase any resources you may need to set up the initial trading post.
What do you think happened to your associates?
I do not know, but that's what I want you to find out. They have always been reliable allies, and they've always finished what they started.
This place is impressive. Yes, and that only heightens my suspicion that something unfortunate befell my associates. To simply abandon this place makes no sense. Will you ever be able to return to Samarak?
If we are successful here on the Sword Coast, then yes, I believe so. I find that wealth tends to gloss over any perceived shortcomings, and the Samargol officials remain pleasantly susceptible to bribes.
I have questions about trading.
What would you like to know?
What do I do with trade bars once I have them?
In addition to using them to buy and sell goods, you may also turn in trade bars in exchange for gold. The ratio is not 1-to-1, but it's more than fair. In addition to this, the trade bars you turn in will be used to fund projects outside the scope of the business, such as upgrading our operation here in the keep.
I have another question about trading.
What would you like to know?
Why deal in trade bars instead of gold?
Trade bars are primarily for transactions between merchant houses, a form of standardized currency. As you can see, this is advantageous when dealing with numerous foreign lands.
They're not actually worth anything.
To the average person, they carry little worth, correct. However, many civilized governments accept trade bars as an alternate currency, but only from reputable merchants.
I have another question about trading.
What would you like to know?
What happens if I run out of trade bars?
As an employee of this company, you are entitled to a monthly stipend of trade bars. The size of the stipend, however, will depend on how well the company is doing.
I have another question about trading.
What would you like to know?
What's the advantage of establishing trading posts in other towns?
Currently, any business with the town is handled through an intermediary. We trade with the local merchants, who in turn trade with the town's inhabitants. A trading post will allow us to distribute goods directly to the citizenry. It reduces the costs of dealing with the middlemen, and increases our influence in the region.
Well, we could do diplomacy or a wisdom check. Doesn't that upset the local merchants?
Of course, but this is business. Competition is to be expected. What would you like to know?
How do I establish other trading posts?
Simply visit one of the other towns or cities in this region, and speak with the local government. There will most likely be a fee involved.
I have another question about trading.
What would you like to know?
Do you really need me to run around playing merchant?
Since you are more capable than most, any assistance would be greatly appreciated, but not required. You have proved yourself valuable, and my coin is still good.
Okay, I think that's it. Farewell. So now we have this pop-up about trading posts. It talks about caravans. You may construct a caravan between any two locations with both contain trading posts. Caravan will travel between the two locations that it visits, generating profit for your merchant company each time it reaches a location. Return to Crossroad Keep to collect this income at any time. Interesting. Shipping. You can ship goods from your cargo back to Crossroad Keep at a trading post, freeing up cargo space and while saving that cargo. And then shops, whatever. Let's talk to this guy.
It was folly to come here. Time shall prove me right.
Yeah, let's intimidate him. Quit your whining. Nothing like being greeted and asked to be silent in the same breath. Did you want to waste my time with idle chatter, or did you actually want to ask me something? What is it you do here again? To make sure you are aware of this fact, I am not employed by Sassani. I represent the interests of this company's investors and act as Sassani's advisor against her more ill-advised ventures. You make it sound like they don't trust Sassani. Are you aware of where we're standing right now? Are you also aware that this is not Samargal? That alone gives them more than enough reason to mistrust her. I am attempting to restore that trust and remind her of her priorities. So we could do diplomacy, or we could intimidate him again. You don't sound like you're showing her enough respect. I show her the respect that she has earned. Leaving Samargal causes enough problems with our investors that I've had to work twice as hard to keep them from rising up and pulling our funding. Now, if you're finished making ham-fisted accusations, I'd like to get back to work. And that's about that.
I'm afraid not.
What?
Follow me. I have such sights.
Talk to him again.
Yes? You had something to bother me with?
What can you tell me about the area? It's as chilly as Samargal was hot, and a great deal less pleasant, if that is even possible. At least there you had the luxury of proffering a single respectable bribe to the right official. Now you have to use force or fortune to get your cargo anywhere. What can you tell me about the people around here? The Major Domo is irritatingly chirpy. The dwarf is a headache. The citizenry are stubborn and unwashed, and you are irritating me. Is there anything else, or can I go back to my work? No. Farewell. Alright, let's check this place out, shall we? Anything in here? No, looks like a kitchen, window dressing only. Alright, so we got crafting stations on this side if we wanted to craft stuff. I don't think we really have to anymore. We can pretty much find all the weapons we need or buy them. Oh, there's a portal over there. Here's a bedroom with nothing in it. I wonder who stays in there. And here's another bedroom. This must be our room over here with the armoire. I guess we could store stuff in here. And that bed, I suppose, is where we rest up. If we want to regain our spells for the day. Now it looks like these two bedrooms are identical to the first two that we saw. Nothing really special about them. Oh, who's this?
Welcome to Crossroad Keep, friend. With Lady Sassani here, our interests can start moving forward again. As our company grows, we can further upgrade our operation here at the Keep.
What kind of upgrades did you have in mind? Well, we have a cleric of Joaquin with no shrine, a portal which only goes to Samarak, and poorly equipped greycloaks watching our roads. We're also but one of many merchants. I'd say there are plenty of good places to start. Tell me more about this cleric of Joaquin. Her name is Daija, and I sort of promised to fund the construction of a shrine for her if she bestowed us with Joaquin's blessing. We've had a few difficulties holding up our end of the bargain. What do I need to do with the portal? It would be nice if it could be used to go to other places in this region of the Sword Coast, but Aureus, he's the gnome who maintains it, assured me that it would be quite expensive to alter the portal's magic. Right now, sadly, we don't have the resources to spare. I heard that the Knight Captain already upgraded the equipment of the Grey Cloaks. Well, perhaps that's true, but the majority of them still use cheap, low-quality weapons and armor. I have a connection in Neverwinter who's willing to get us a discount on weapons and armor made from Master Smiths, but he wants the entire payment up front. How do we get ourselves to stand out from other merchants? If we had the resources, we could hire a group of people to do nothing but tell other people about how great we are, how we offer the highest quality goods in the Sword Coast, things like that. People hear that enough, and I'm sure they'll want to deal with us over our competitors. I guess that's about it. Farewell. Alright, I guess we'll see what's in these last two rooms. Looks like that's just a portal. If you want to go back to Samargal. Okay, we can change our party members here, or... Oh, wait a minute. This is not a ledger. This tome looks as it has seen much use over the years. Judging by the varied penmanship evident throughout its many dog-eared and dirt-stained pages, a number of different writers have contributed to it over the years. So let's browse for useful information. A brief search of the book yields the following tips that might be helpful in your adventures. We already know about all this stuff. This is all for beginners. Screw it. Let's not close it yet. Let's just read something randomly. Yeah, I guess we'll do the first. What? We get 8 experience points for reading that? Yeah, you press J to look at the journal. So, we're going to get 8 experience points for reading all this stuff that we already know. Okay, let's do it, and we'll get all the 8 experience points that are available. See, I had no idea about this. kind of a nice little surprise, I guess. I wonder if you get more experience if you were at a lower level. Probably. Yeah, we already know all of this stuff. Well, at least I do. If you played the first 2 campaigns, you should be well familiar with all of these. Well, except for retiring. I've never retired before the game is over. And you can reread all the information that we just read. But you don't get the 8 experience points again. So we got about 1,100 experience points to go before we level up again. Alright, so let's talk to Volo here.
Greetings, my friends. You are a welcome sight. I'm glad you made it here in one piece. Quite the invention, that gnomish portal, isn't it? Marvelous.
What are you doing here?
Well, it's quite remarkable, really. My time around this merchant company has opened my eyes. I had never before imagined the life of the merchant was so interesting. And I would wager that the average reader had never thought so either. Thus, I'm taking on the epic task of writing 2 books at once. One shall be the continuation of the areas of the realms, so that you can continue telling me of interesting places you visited and amazing things you see. But the second and more pressing task is a new book on Toril's brave merchants, a triptych of life on the road. Thus, if you could find and interview a number of merchants for me, see, I think 6 is a good starting number, that should provide some excellent fodder for my new work. But in the meantime, is there anything else I can help you with?
I've explored some interesting places you'd be interested in hearing about.
Wonderful! I can always use more material for my book. Did your adventures take you around the Sword Coast, or the distant lands of Samarak?
Sword Coast.
Wonderful! Tell me everything. Omit no detail.
I ran across a crypt with a very irate necromancer and a good deal of skeletons.
Undead. Loathsome. But if they're cleared out, perhaps there might be some value to someone in exploring their deeper reaches.
Is there any other location? Actually, it was someplace in Samarak.
Most excellent. Tell me all about it and I shall take notes.
Never mind.
No? Oh, that's a shame. Maybe later on, then.
Alright, and who else do we have here? Captain Lastry.
Back in the Sword Coast, without a boat or much of a clue. Oh well, need any help?
Not right now.
I'll be around if you need my help.
I'm sure you will. So we can directly switch in party members here, instead of doing it through the logbook.
This place is strange, but sturdy. I had not thought the maze would lead me here, but a pleasant surprise it is.
Why did you cast spider skin on yourself? I didn't think you had spider skin when you left my party. Oh, there's another guy here. This is Aureus the gnome.
Ah, you must be the one Sassani mentioned. I'm Aureus Glowgears. Aureus will do nicely, though. I've been contracted to maintain this end of the teleportation portal.
You work for Sassani? No, I work for Lantern. Contract work, in this case, helping run the portal between the Sword Coast and Samarak. Glad I'm not on the Samarak end. I hear they've got bugs there the size of cats. Do you really have a lot to do here? Not particularly. I offered my services to Lord Ironfist, but he seemed horrified at the idea. Bad experience with gnomes, I'm guessing. Can you teleport me somewhere? If by somewhere you mean the portal in Samarak, then sure, the standard Lantanese transport fee of 2,000 gold applies. I didn't pay any transport fee to come here. Well, coming here from Samarak is a separate matter, and handled under a different contract. Sorry, I don't make the rules or set the prices, I just make the portal work. Alright, farewell. We don't want to pay 2,000 gold just to go back. Let's just get out of here and go inside the keep proper. And then we'll talk to Kelgar and whoever else is in there. Alright, I guess that would be it for talking to people here in the courtyard. Seems like there was a lot to do here.
Now?
Yeah, why don't you lead us since you move a lot faster? I don't think that builder guy is up here. No, they built a gazebo where he was hanging out. What about these guards? What do they have to say? Move along. Another quiet day at the keep. Let's pray it stays that way. Alright, I guess we'll open the doors and we'll go on in. Nothing was highlighted out there, no secrets, unfortunately. So here we are, once again, back inside the keep. So let's go in and talk to people. Oh wait, we really need to recruit more women into the Grey Cloaks. Lord Ironfist in a foul mood, same as every day. Are you a woman or you just want more women around? You look like a man. Oh well, let's go in here.
It is you. I have seen you in my dreams.
Alright, who's talking to me? Somebody around here is talking to me. Oh well, we could bluff. Give a pretty funny answer. Or we could say, get out of my way. Whoever says, alright, and I saw you! And then you gave me a bag of gold.
Mock me not. My quest is sacred.
Oh, it was you.
I came here all the way from Evermeet because my goddess, bless the name of Angaroth, sent me. A dire fate awaits the elven race if I did not find you, she said. Indeed, all the races.
So what am I supposed to do? Could care less what happened to elves. Yeah, of course a drow would say that. Or this is idiotic. That sounds like the best thing to say. This is idiotic. Yeah, so what am I supposed to do? Sounds like the good thing to say. Yeah.
No matter how you find it, I have my orders from the goddess. Find you and offer my help. Allow me to travel with you. My spear is yours, to aid you as you see fit. That you live, that you do what you feel you must whenever it is that the time comes. If the time does come, that is all I ask.
Alright. You can join me.
I fear you have too many followers at present. I shall retire to a suitable location and wait for your convenience.
So whoever that is, we just got another companion.
Yeah?
Let's do a lore. Your outfit marks you as one of the Neverwinter 9. Only temporary. Lord Nasher thought folks would pay more attention this way. Huh. If I need someone's attention, I'll get it with my fists. How's the keep doing? Same as it was before you got here. Can't say Sassani's business making any difference. Got any jobs for me? I'd rather not have Sassani complaining that I'm stealing her people. Come back after you've taken care of some of her tasks. Alright, farewell. Alright, so I guess Kelgar won't give us any tasks until we do some things for Sassani. So, this is Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and Tenga un buen dia.